Hey, this is just a quick one. I'm just wondering about that Amazon Rings of Power review bombing. That the critic score is really high for that show that extremely sucks ass, but the audience score is really low, and it's being accused of review bombing by online trolls. I'm just, I'm just wondering how that actually works, like scientifically. If most people like this show, they are of course going to give positive audience reviews, and the review bombing is going to work. Rotten Tomatoes has like a capture that stops bots, and they have like a verification of who you are, that actually all accounts are supposed to be real people. How exactly is this review bombing supposed to work? How do you organize that? Like, if you can't use bots because you have the captcha and you have the measures to prevent bots, and all accounts are supposed to be real people, how scientifically is this review bombing? Like, they used it before on Captain Marvel and Star Wars. How exactly scientifically is it supposed to work? I can't quite yet wrap my mind around the accusation. How exactly does it work? How do online trolls review bomb? Because millions and millions and tens of millions and hundreds of millions are supposed to love this show, and probably if these tens or hundreds of millions of people love this show, they are all going to write positive review. And then how does this, where do these online trolls get the numbers if they can't use bots because you have software to prevent that? How exactly do they get numbers in to artificially reduce the number? How do they do that? Like, the media never explain that. How exactly do they do that? That the online trolls that they're all talking about, where do they get all the accounts that somehow get the score really low? If there's like hundreds of millions of people loving this show, where do the online trolls they have to get, like, if there's like hundreds of millions of people loving this show, they have to get like billions of people to write negative reviews. Where do they get that? How do they get that past the Rotten Tomatoes certification process for accounts? Like, there's hundreds of millions of people loving the show. Means you need like a billion of online trolls. Where do they get them? Where are they coming from? Where are the 1 billion online trolls coming from? How are they, like... I know people can create duplicate accounts and do it convincingly to get past bot checks, but it's like, if there's like 100 million people loving a show, how do like a billion how do the online trolls, like according to the media, it's all just the KKK and the Proud Boys. How do these people get like 1 billion accounts to write negative reviews? How do they do that? I'd like to have an explanation of how that is done. I never got an explanation of how that is literally practically done. And I'd love to have an explanation of how that's literally practically done. Like, lay it out for me. How is that practically done? Like all of you, Hollywood Reporter, Variety, whatever you're all called, lay it out for me. How exactly is that done? I'm really curious how the process works. And I'm not an online troll. I'm genuinely curious. How does the process work of getting 1 billion accounts of online trolls to artificially reduce the audience score of something apparently, as you say, hugely popular? I'd really like to know how that works. I really wish you could give me an explanation of how that practically works. Please give me one. I'm not doubting you. I bet you have your millions of sources. I'm just some guy in a trailer park in Germany. Who knows how wrong I am? I mean, I personally dislike the show, but these are big media empires. You probably know a lot more than I do. So give me the information on how it's practically done to artificially deflate a score on something you say that is hugely popular with hundreds of millions. I want to know. I'm genuinely curious. Please tell me. How is that done? I want to know.